So welcome to Challenge the Road here at Aston Martin Sevenoaks to look at the new Vanquish. This is the Vantage DB12. Oh, M3 coming in. I think he's got a bit of loud exhaust. DB12 demonstrator. I do really like the new fronts on these, DB12 and the Vantage. Got a Porsche here. So I'm here with Venturo. We've got a green Venturo M3 and then another Vantage. I really like this green. But I was going to have a talk about Vantages because, oh, Sport Classic. Actually really like the look of this actually. I like the interior. Could be good for the 997. Had a lot of interest in the 997s. I'm hopefully going to build one for a friend of the channel. I like just building these cars, but I was thinking I'm going to come over here as a camera car. Here, look at this. Let's just come round here. What about the old Vantage now and making the CTR version? Should we just do that? Got some ideas. I'm thinking of doing a GT4 bonnet on this. This is the actually we need to look at this spoiler. Actually, that looks better than the original. I don't like the original Vantage one. I prefer the CTR one. These are coming down in value. And we've been waiting for them to come down in value. I've been saying about them for a while. We've driven them. There's videos on the channel of me driving the Vantage. But when do we buy in? What are they? 75, 65, 50? It's got to be a low on these. I'll be interested what you think where that low is. And then you could look at these brakes. And then you could personalise it to your own. Like I'd have probably a GB badge. Now you've got to be looking at these, haven't you? Other than Porsche. Great alternative. Actually, I think I'm missing the unveiling. Hold on. I'm going to have to go because they're unveiling the car and I'm out here. Right, see you in a minute.
Also to Aston Martin.
Aston Martin Vanquish, the Porsche Super GT that we offer recently, just a little bit of a brag with the Porsche solution. It's a fantastic looking car, twin turbo, 1.2 V12, 825 horsepower, 1,000 meters of torque, only 1,000 units being introduced to you as well, so quite limited numbers. Myself and the team want to have to discuss this car or any of the other cars with you. So myself, my colleague Brian, Sarah, our dealer host, Mark, our new head of business, and of course David and Lee as well. So any questions about any of the cars, come and grab us. Feel free, every car's open, have a look around, ask us questions, and thank you for coming down.
I think that is on the market. I've always been a Brit. That is honestly, it's just the best thing
So I just come out, it's in the launch. Thought we'd go around a few more cars out here because there's no one out here. But also had a chat with Joe here, and I'm going to do a walk around video on the Vanquish with him because he knows everything about the car. Tell you what, I love these launches, exciting. So what we've got here, I've got an R8 V10, then we've got the new Vantage along here. Lovely colours. What do you guys think of the new Vantage? Do you like the fronts? Do you? Obviously the rear to me looks the same as the old car. I know they say it's all new, but it looks the same to me. Look at this green. DB12. This is interesting up here. I'm going to have a drive in the 707 because values have come down to a point that I think that they're good value. And I've been looking at the Range Rovers, but still I'm getting lots of stuff about the new ones being stolen, things still going on. And I spoke to them in here about, you know, DBX, how many have they had stolen, and they said 0. I don't know, for me it's just I don't want to have to leave my car out and have hassle. Of a Vantage here. And this is one you could convert to like the one we said with the spoilers, but it does look good as it is, isn't it? Another DBX. And yeah, tell me if you like these walk around videos because I really like doing them. See, this is nice. I'm not sure this is a 707. I done a video, I'll put it in the video on this car, and I really enjoyed it. But obviously I thought everyone was going to go hybrid, and well, not thought, the government thought everyone was going to go electric and hybrid. And now I'm going back thinking, you know what, I just maybe go back to a nice V8 or even a V12. Here we go, the old DBS. What a stunning car that is. Stunning car. Let's have a look at the values. 139. That's a lot of car, isn't it? It's a lot of car. And we'll go through the price of the new one with Joe as well. But that is a lot of car. So DB11s, 93. A lot of value again. Just going to still come back to this car because I really like these, to the point that I think I'm just going to get one. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I actually like the spoiler on these. I think this is like an F1 edition spoiler, so you could have a standard car. F1 edition is these, but you could then put the F1 edition spoiler on, because we don't need more power than that anyway, the cars are so fast. So put an F1 edition spoiler, put a GT4 bonnet, maybe do something here like they've done. This is a super cool car, Performante. Really like these. You know I like Lamborghinis. I've actually bought a Lamborghini recently. I don't know why, I shouldn't buy any more cars, but yeah, that'll be on the channel soon, and that's super cool. I'm actually meeting up with Tom from TGE today. He's coming over the clubhouse. That'll be good fun, just talk about cars and values and cars and values and cars. Been looking at these as well. Carrera 4 GTS. It's like a daily car. That, you know, that black is really nice. Really nice. Mercedes, really like these. Drove Jack Emerson's one, really enjoyed it. Like to have that again, Jack. Bring it round and I'll give you the Yaris, and I'll have this for the day. F12, still really like these. I love the back of this, these lights. Do you like that? I just think that's cool. Really like the F12. Maybe should I have got the F12 instead of the 550B? I don't know. I think long term 550B is going to be right up there. 458. I don't know if you saw Chris Harris's video. He loves them. And it's just the back of it. Look at the back of that light there. It's really nice. M2, really like these as well, and I haven't driven one of these. Haven't driven one, and I really like these, and I like that Lotus. Now, F-Type, interesting. Is this a CTR car? But is there anything to do to it? It's got automatic gearbox. I've heard they're really nice to drive. Maybe there's nothing to do to it, and it's just good as it is. Bentayga, I've been in them, not driven one, but I know they're really nice inside, like really luxurious car. It's another one I looked at, had the W12 engine. They had one at VVS I was really interested in. Lotus 007. Maybe he's here. James Bond is here. Look how that engine's on the top. I think this might be like a... There's no badging, so I'm not sure. Was that it? CR? Yeah, really like the Lotuses to drive. Let's walk back over here. The old ducktail on the old Sport Classic. That was a 996. I don't know if we spoke about that. 996 GT3 from Venturo. M3. Really still want an M3 Touring. They keep coming down in price. I said she's 65, didn't I? Or did I say less than that? Maybe I said less. Well, maybe they'll be under. If they're under 60, then I'm all in. Vantage. Sorry, it's not Vantage, DB12. This is DB12, I think. I get muddled up with the front of these sometimes. This is DB12. Anyone else get muddled up? I think this is DB12. Lovely green, though. It's interesting, the green's the difference. Really cool. Yeah, I hope you enjoy these walk rounds, and now we're going to go off. There's still loads of people in there, look, and video this Vanquish hopefully. So yeah, I'm going to go and have another coffee. So before we do the next bit, I'm going to go in this, well, have a look in this Sport Classic 911. So I really like these. I want to see the interior, so he's opened it up for us now. Houndstooth interior. So I'm just, you know, I'm really into Porsches, but coming here today, I still really like the Vantages. The Astons I still love, but look at this interior. Imagine if I'd done that on the 997 or maybe a 964. I just think there's so much value in retro 911s at the moment, and if you look at the price of new cars going up and up and up, and what you can do, and it's your own personalised car, and I like that. Have a look round. I like the wheels, Fuchs wheels, and the stripe. And the ducktail. Yeah, that is really cool. Need to look at the values of these actually as well. Oh, I like that badge over there. Look at that. Actually, I'm going to get in this car. Let's jump in. Haven't driven the new turbo. Actually, Joe, I think my friend Joe's getting a turbo. I need to drive that, Joe. Oh, obviously manual. Interesting. So it's going to have the turbo engine with a manual gearbox. 7 gears though. Interesting. I'm going to close the door. First thing in here, I feel there's loads of space. It's interesting. You'd think being in a 911 it would be quite tight in here, but it's not at all. It's really airy. This is a really, really nice car. Really nice car.
You put it in sport and it opens up the exhaust as well.
How the hell do I turn the stereo off? That one. Oh, there you go. What do you think of this? It sounds great. Apparently it's got a JCR exhaust, which is what we've got on the GT3 RS on the downpipes. Manual. I'm really liking this a lot. Let's put that back in. Do you like the display? I really like that. Look at that, that's really nice. You know what? If you're looking at sports cars and that at the moment, you're really at the time of your life, because the value and the performance is just incredible. From, you know, £30,000 upwards, the cars are so good. I know this is a lot more, but you know, the accessibility of performance now is incredible. You've got these little dials here, look. And I assume normal, wet. Normal is the valves as well on the exhaust, which is really nice. And then you can open it with the sport there. Seats are very comfortable as well. Right, let's move on. So your 996, so you say you got ceramics, which is rare on these.
Yeah.
Very rare option. Oh, you got cup twos?
Yes, on cut 2 is a bit sketchy today, but
Really sketchy.
just taking it easy.
Original Club Sport seats.
Yep, Club Sport pack. Extinguisher as well.
That is a massive fire extinguisher. What do these catch fire? You got a fire extinguisher and a brolly.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
I like the steering wheel. I had the same steering wheel on my 993.
Yeah.
Like a deep dish. Really smart. And these just keep going up and up in value, don't they?
That's it. It's what you're getting for the value. Getting into a GT car, it's just...
Yeah, and the drive of it. No, I really like that. Right, they're going to start up the Vanquish, so I'm going to head into there now. Right, let's head in and do this video. So I'm here with Joe, the main man. The main man, Joe, here, aren't you? Talk me about this Vanquish. Talk me through it, because...
So Vanquish is our new halo car, our new flagship model, replacing the outgoing Aston Martin DBS. So it's our halo product, the best of the best. It's our super GT. So it's built around outright performance, comfort, luxury, perfect blend of it all. Vanquish is a completely new design. Most predominantly, as I'm sure you'll see straight away, it's quite a big car. So it's actually had an extension of the chassis of 80mm over the previous DBS.
So it's 80mm longer?
80mm longer, and where that extension is just here behind the front wheels, right, in front of the A-pillar. So that extension, it helps with the, obviously, wheelbase for handling purposes, but also means that we can bring the engine a lot further back for that perfect 50-50 weight distribution.
And what about the width of the car? Is it the same width?
It is slightly wider.
Slightly wider.
I believe it's about 20 or 30mm wider on the rear arches. However, we do have, as with DB12 and Vantage, the new frameless mirrors. So that actually brings, from mirror to mirror, the car is actually narrower, which is quite an achievement. Also with the frameless, obviously much more visibility. But whole new design with Vanquish. From the rear, obviously it's a completely new design, never seen before. Massive rear arches, reminiscent of the old
the
80s
V8
race cars.
from in the past, isn't
Yeah,
it? The old
very,
V8, you really see that when you come, if I come around here, you really
very
see...
square race cars. So you can really see that rear arch is very prominent, leading into the ducktail spoiler. At the front, again, completely new design. new headlight design, which is the common factor between all of our new cars. Has Valkyrie-inspired shards for your daytime running lights, and then the AI-generated reflectors as well to aid with that visibility. This is the largest air intake, largest grille on any of our road cars as well. So it's a huge front end. So it's a 5.2 litre twin turbo V12, 825 horsepower, 1,000 newton meters of torque. So it needs a lot of air to keep that power going, and a quite significant design as well on the bonnet with the strakes there.
Yeah, I think it looks stunning, and you know, white maybe not been the colour I would pick, but actually it does look really good. I think in the light, it's like a triple layer paint.
Yeah, it's just a metallic white paintwork.
There was a bit of pearl in it, I think, wasn't there?
Yeah, a little bit of a pearlescent finish to the car, so just adds a bit of depth. And this specific car has the upper and lower gloss black packages, so all your splitters, side skirts and trims are finished in gloss black.
So prices on Vanquish, so this I think is about 350 standard?
330 base
330
price,
base.
plus your options. So the car we're looking at is quite a nice specification, but this car sits around 370. Everything you see in gloss black on the exterior, you can also have it in carbon fibre, so that could push the car up towards 400. But again, for a very nicely spec car like this, on the road about 370. Coming around to the rear, again, something completely new.
This is really striking now, as this is the big difference on the car.
Yeah, completely new for Aston Martin. So you have, again, similar Valkyrie-inspired shards for your tail lights, and what we have on the rear is what we call the shield, which is this big body panel here, which is very unique for Aston Martin. Again, completely customizable. You can have it in body color, gloss black, carbon fiber, or through Q you can have anything you like over the car.
And this is like gloss black at the moment?
Yes, it's gloss black. And if I open the boot for you, you'll see.
Just have a look at the boot. You said it's got more room than the previous car.
Yep, so opening up the boot, so as you can see, the whole shield opens up with the car. Very usable space. It's quite a deep boot, so very easy to fit your luggage. Of course, with Aston Martin, you can also specify and order bespoke luggage for your car. Vanquish, we'll get to the interior in a moment, but is a two-seater now, as opposed to a 2+2, so that does help with the rear storage.
Giving you that little bit more space.
Exactly, especially in the rear of the car. So moving around, if we go into the interior, again, our whole new interior
I'll come
design.
around the other side.
Yeah.
There you go, yeah.
So it's our whole new interior design, similar, released with DB12 of course, and similar with Vantage DBX, whole new infotainment system, and whole new design layout, which is completely bespoke to Aston Martin now. All the hardware, software is all built in-house. Vanquish has this very central focus, very cockpit feel in the centre, with your multimedia display.
And these seats, are they a standard seat or upgraded?
So this is what's called a Accelerate interior. So this is a split between Alcantara and leather, but these are the Sports Plus seats, a bit more bolstering. You can, of course, if you're more track orientated, option the Performance seats, which are a carbon fibre bucket seat, which has a little bit more adjustability. But yeah, it's a lovely interior on this car with the Alcantara, and this car has the brushed aluminium finish on your door cards. Again, completely customizable. You can have carbon fiber, body color, even wood finishes. The limits are really endless.
It looks really nice. So you said about this roof as well, didn't you?
Yep, so we now have a panoramic roof, which is the standard fit for Vanquish. You can then option a carbon fiber roof if you like, but the panoramic roof is a lovely finish, really opens up the interior, and is also tinted as well to avoid any harsh sunlight. But inside, this car has the uprated Hi-Fi. Bowers & Wilkins is now our partner for Vanquish. So you get the lovely finishes on your door cards and up on your centre console. But yeah, all the multimedia is cutting edge for Aston Martin.
It does feel really nice in here.
Yeah.
And it feels very light. I do remember DBS and that feeling very dark.
Yeah.
But I think this roof, I mean, you never had sunroof on DBS, did you? Back then?
No, we did have the Volante, of course.
Yeah.
But the panoramic roof, opens it up.
This is a lovely option. Does it change colour like a McLaren?
It doesn't, no. So as you
is?
see it is how it stands. There's no cover for it. It doesn't dim. So it only lets a very low percentage of light through. So you just opens up the cabin a bit more.
It's made a massive difference in here.
Yeah, massive difference, especially when you're driving the car. It's very airy.
Would you have this on Vantage? You wouldn't, would you?
Not on Vantage, but
No,
you can
okay.
on DB12.
You can on DB12.
And of course DBX is standard fit with a panoramic roof.
So I'm going to ask you a lot of questions.
New steering wheel, of course. Has a heated steering wheel as well on this car with the options, and of course ahead of you the uprated infotainment display.
That looks really nice,
and
doesn't
your
it?
speedometer, which is all digital now. It's actually just had an update. So great thing about the new generation of Aston Martin is with our new technology, it's all updatable over the air through the application. So after Vanquish and DB12 release, a few bits of customer feedback was a few small issues and
Was it a
text
bit slow?
sizes.
Was that what they were
Not really
saying?
down to the slowness of
Okay.
it. It was more so with sizes of things and displays. So all our new cars have had an update, so that's enhanced that display. So from a driver perspective,
Which is great. You're updating them as you go.
Yes,
and,
exactly.
Yeah.
And because we have such small numbers of production, it's something that we can really get out across the board to all clients as soon as it comes out.
I must say, for me, seats are obviously really important, and sometimes manufacturers don't get it right. And just sitting in this seat, it feels right straight away. And if you're doing long journeys, which you would do in this car probably, it feels really comfortable. There's not many seats I get in and think,
No.
cool, this is a really nice place to be. And I think the light of this sunroof is adding a lot to this car.
Definitely.
Because
so,
I think it would have been really dark in here. Because
it
obviously
could
it's
have
quite a black interior anyway in this one, and I've always loved the hi-fis in here. So
been. It just adds a bit of jewellery. I mean, what we actually call it is the jewellery package. So the finish you'll see in this car
is
these trims, which are in dark finish, is a dark satin chrome jewellery package, and that also goes across to your speaker finishes. So having the uprated hi-fi just adds an extra bit of detail with the jewellery package. You can make
because it's
it
all right
very
having all this
luxurious.
power and that, but really on the road you're not going to use all the power. So you want to feel comfortable. You want to feel like you're in a nice place to be, and this feels expensive. Is what I'm going to say compared to car. It feels
in a good way.
expensive, and it would, and that's what you want from an Aston. And the switch gear, I was just feeling something. It's just the quality.
Yeah, so
has
all
gone
of
up,
those, all of those dials, the turn dials, the roller dials, they're all made out of cast billet aluminium. Again, they're matched to the jewellery package that the client specifies.
Is this wireless charging?
Yeah, wireless charger in the centre. So 2 cup holders, so very useful. But if you pan around a little bit, as I mentioned, it's now a 2-seater as opposed to 2+2, so you now have a lot more luggage space in the rear, and that cross brace really being a significant part of the design for the structural rigidity of the car.
Glove box, just off a little.
Glove box. Again, we famously didn't have a glove box in a few of our previous generation cars, so that adds a level of usability. But
silly things like that. You think, well, you've got a glove box there.
Yeah.
I was looking at some, the Lamborghini launch, and I said, you must have cup holders now, surely.
Yeah.
And they said, yeah, we have now. But it's taken a long time.
Yeah.
We do like coffees.
Yeah,
and
so it's all about usability. I mean, this is our Halo car, and as you mentioned, it has a lot of power, which you don't necessarily need to use on the road.
These
but it is
paddles
very
different?
usable. The paddles are now mounted to the steering wheel, is the only difference, as opposed to being on the column.
They feel better.
But
like that.
they are similar. Again, they're made out of a single piece material, so only the best materials in Aston Martin. And again, with the options on this car, this centerpiece on your dashboard, even down to your center console, these finishes here you can have in carbon fibre.
So this would be carbon along here?
Yeah, you can have that in carbon if you like, in leather, in coloured carbon fibre. And as I alluded to before, again, for our Q division, you can literally have anything you like. So this car is meant to be extremely bespoke to the owner. It's something that's very special, very luxurious, but also very usable. It's something that, especially with all the new traction systems, our Bilstein dampers, the
Well, I went out in the Vantage, it was incredible.
Yeah, exactly.
So should we have a look at the engine? Because
Yes,
that's
let's
the
do
heart
that.
of
So
this
we can
car. Let's
open
go.
that just down here. So coming around to the engine, of course, as mentioned, 5.2 litre twin turbo V12. This is our most power ever extracted out of this unit. It's now 825 horsepower and 1,000 newton meters of torque. As you can see, carbon fibre cladded. Very famous touch for Aston Martin, your final inspection badge to see who the car was finally inspected by at the factory.
It does look really nice. Carbon fibre bonnet.
Yeah, everything's carbon fibre, even down to the carbon fibre on your wings and finishes. So it's a carbon fibre, very lightweight body. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing to look at, the engine.
So have you driven this, Joe?
We have driven it, yeah. We had an experience a few weeks ago, and it's a car that surprises you on how usable it is, given the power outlet. It's extremely rewarding, though.
Well, I drove the... no, I didn't. Yeah, I drove the Vanquish here, didn't I?
Yes,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
really nice, very powerful. And they said the turbos were just open now, no restriction.
Yeah, no restrictions. So all of your torque, so this car has 1,000 newton meters of torque, is available from around 2,000 RPM, which essentially means as long as you're moving, you have all the torque,
all the torque all of the time
at your fingertips. So there's no turbo lag. The turbos are very well integrated into the power delivery system. So it's a very controllable use of power.
Massive brakes. You always had
Huge
huge
brakes.
discs, even the DBS and that had huge ceramics. These look like at least
Yeah, so
400.
carbon ceramics as standard on Vanquish, being a Halo model. I believe they're 400 millimeters at the front. And yeah, that detail is a lovely,
I like that detail on there,
lovely
yeah.
throwback to the previous generations of Vanquish. But yeah, it's a completely unique design to this car, which as a flagship it definitely needs to be.
I really like it. And the lights are really nice, aren't they?
Yep, so I can turn those on for you as well. So you get to see that design. It's a very simple design, but very effective. It's probably my favourite view is the one you have now, that rear three quarters. Just looks incredible.
So on the exhaust side, has it got like a quiet and a loud, and
Yeah.
there's obviously a lot more filters now in cars, and
Yeah, so we've always had a valved exhaust, which was accessible for your GT would be quiet, and then
Yeah.
sports would be open. Whereas all our new generation cars, including Vanquish, have multi-stages. So you have a quiet mode, and you can then use a button in the centre console to open it up to sports, and then further to sports plus. So you have 3 different modes for your exhaust system.
because it'd be nice if it is quite quiet just to start with, get
Yeah.
off your drive.
Exactly. Yeah, so you can put
In
it
a
in
quiet mode.
Put it in quiet mode to get out of town, or similarly, if you're on a bumpier road or a comfort drive, you can have it in comfort mode, but then open up the exhaust if you still want that sound. So it's fully tailorable to how you like to drive the car.
Any tyre options, or are they just? Is it Pirelli
Yeah,
standard?
just the Pirellis.
Is this a Corsa or a just
These are P0s.
P0?
These are the 5Ss, which are bespoke to
And these are
Aston
bespoke
Martin.
to you, aren't they? Yeah, see.
They are, so similar to DB12 and Vantage, bespoke tyre built for the car.
Which really makes a difference now.
It makes a huge difference. I mean, speak to any of our Aston Martin Pro drivers, the tyres are the most important component on the car. So that's what keeps you on the road, and they're huge tyres for this car, obviously, to take that power.
So when can I drive one?
As soon as we have one to drive. Yeah. So this is our showroom example. We don't yet have a demonstrator, but of course, for clients interested in the car, we are very open to welcome them in, and we can use different assets from the brand, take you to Millbrook, to the Aston Martin
I'm going to
Experience
Millbrook
Centre.
soon.
Yeah, so we
my
can do
sister
that.
got me a
Yeah, fantastic.
birthday present. Yeah. So I'm
That's
looking forward to
a lovely
driving. That'd
present.
be nice
Yeah.
to drive around there.
So yeah, we can take customers to Millbrook, fully experience the car on the track, and it's a fantastic experience with our clubhouse, is what we call it, up at Millbrook.
No, thanks, Joe. That's great. Can't think of
No
much
problem
else
at
to
all.
go through other than really
it's,
like to experience it.
Yeah, the main thing with Aston Martin is definitely the experience behind the wheel. So it's an incredibly visceral car to drive. It's very emotional when you get going, the sound, the feeling. So yeah, if you like to, we'll get you behind the wheel and fully experience it, definitely.
No, thanks for your time, Joe. I really enjoyed this
Right.
morning.
You're very
and I'm
welcome.
looking forward to doing some more events, we said as well. Maybe get this up to Beale Water
Definitely.
or...
Yeah, 100%.
Joe's
We're always open to work with the car community. We're all car people at the end of the day, so very much looking forward to it.
So I hope you enjoy this video. It's been really, really great morning here. And I've seen a lot of different, obviously, Astons and Venturo, and the guys here, had a good catch up with them. Many thanks to Joe for hosting the event. It's been really good, and yeah, I really like this Vanquish, and I'd like to get out for a drive in this.